So I'm Tommy Donnelly, former British paratrooper, served with the 3rd Battalion Parachute Regiment in the British Army, and now I'm currently a Reorg athlete with Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Once I left the Parachute Regiment, it's a bit of a rock and roller coaster really, ups and downs, highs and lows. Ended up suffering quite bad with PTSD, depression and stuff like that, and then using alcohol and drugs as a form of self-medication, which became addiction really. So I got into quite a deep, dark space, quite a low point in my life. I got an injury to my hip. It's very minor compared to a lot of my friends. You know, some of my friends didn't come back, you know, from Afghanistan and things like that. It was painful and it meant that I had to have surgery, and then I was immediately downgraded, so I could no longer be a paratrooper. I was still in the parachute regiment, I still had all my mates, but things moved fast. You know, I was physically, you know, downgraded, so not fit for service. To be fair, my whole life shattered in front of me. I kind of kept it in and I just started drinking, and then I started getting depressed because I couldn't train to the level that I was training, couldn't box, couldn't do anything really. Oh, it's horrific. It's the worst drunk ever. In the civilian world, I mean, we're extreme anyway compared to civilians drinking in a pub, but to be that kind of beast of power, you know, I was trained to go to war, as I've said, to be out of control can be quite scary for people like family members, because they're not used to seeing me like that, you know. Where I was obviously so angry, bitter, sad, whatever, when you hit the bottle, you're out of control, or I was out of control. I managed to get sober for recovery, but I still felt lost, if that's the right word. Still a bit lost, still a bit lonely, still a bit isolated. Some days I'm ashamed to say this because there's a lot of people out there that have worse struggles, but even being sober, being a father, I still couldn't see any point to kind of being here really. Reorg has changed my life. If I hadn't found Reorg and Reorg hadn't funded my Jiu Jitsu journey in the beginning, I don't know where I'd be, because I was genuinely lost. And coming through the program on the 60-day and then the 365 and making friends, brothers, sisters, becoming part of the team, it's like a family. SWBJJ welcomed me in open arms, literally, and the whole team were really supportive and welcoming, as well as my coach, Sonny. Sonny sat me down after my first session. We was cross-legged and we're sitting on the mats and we're facing each other. And he said, you can use the gym as much as you like. We have sessions every day. He said, and if you want my advice, he said, I'd use it as much as possible, because you'll get so much from it. Not just learning and going through the belt structure and learning the skills or getting to competitive level, but just mentally. And yeah, to be fair, I've never really looked back. So I've chose to give back, and I wanted to do a fundraising event, but I wanted to make it a little bit different and to introduce a couple of things that I like to do. So that's Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, obviously, CrossFit, and then being a former British paratrooper, tabbing, which stands for Tactical Advanced Battle. It's also known as yomping, hiking with weight, or rucking. And the event's called Tactical Advanced Grapple. So I'll tab or hike with weight 8 miles from point A to B. When I get to B, I will then complete the CrossFit Hero WOD Murph. The only thing I won't be doing is the mile run at the beginning and the end because of the tabbing, but I will complete the 300 squats, 200 press-ups and 100 pull-ups. I will then tab again 4 miles from point B to point C, which will be Crawley Martial Arts Academy, and I'll go straight into what's known as a 30-minute shark tank. This means I'll be grappling with 10 fresh opponents every 3 minutes. So for the 30 minutes, there'll be 10 fresh opponents. I then put the Bergen back on, or the weighted backpack with 25 kilos, and then tab from point C to point D. which will be another 30-minute shark tank. So it'll be like one battle, having to extract or move away and go into another 30-minute shark tank where I'll have a fresh opponent every 3 minutes. There'll be some dark moments, and you're always going to get that, oh, you know, can I do it? Will I complete it? But in my head, I know through, especially through the training of going through Jiu Jitsu for the last couple of years, and obviously my mental struggles after leaving the parachute regiment, like it gives me more inspiration or more drive and determination to get it done. What will keep me going is knowing that I'm giving back to give someone else the opportunity to be in the position that I'm in now. I lost my smile, and now I've got my smile back. And it's been a journey, but without Reorg, I definitely won't have my smile back, so yeah.